All right, diving right in today. We're all about generative AI. Seems like everyone's talking about it. And, those AI image things are just the tip of the iceberg.
Yeah, it's way beyond that.
We've got excerpts from a guide using generative AI. I can unpack that.
Love it. Let's do it.
Get into the nitty-gritty of what this tech can actually do.
This is really exciting stuff, pushing the boundaries.
Okay, so guide starts off kind of basic. AI and machine learning, got to lay the groundwork.
Right, foundational stuff.
Yeah.
AI, the big picture, computers thinking like us, ambitious goal.
Right.
Machine learning, that's how we get there. The tools, the techniques, it's computers learning from experience.
So not just like, here's the rule book, follow it. It's like, figure it out yourself, computer.
Exactly, from tons of data.
And generative AI, that's where it goes from figure it out to make something new, right?
That's the magic.
Yeah.
Not just analyzing, but actually creating.
And it's not just like one thing it creates. This guide mentions poems, music, even those images that look so real, they're kind of creepy.
In video games, even.
Wild. Okay, but how do we even get here? There's a whole history to this. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Generative AI goes way back. But a big turning point, gotta mention GANs. Generative Adversarial Networks, 2014. Game changer.
Okay, I'm intrigued. Adversarial, like AI fight club?
Kinda. Two AI systems going at it.
Yeah.
You've got the generator making the data
Okay.
and the discriminator judging it real or fake. Constant back and forth. They both get better until the generator's making stuff you can't even tell it's AI.
So like 2014, that's when AI art got good.
That was the big leap.
Wow. Okay, guide uses some terms.
That's a little technical, yeah.
You don't got to go full jargon, but...
Some are good to know. Neural networks, for example. Think of it like a web, but more like a busy marketplace, maybe.
Okay.
Lots of nodes, connections, all buzzing with information. These nodes, they're like the neurons.
Each one has its own little job.
Right, exchanging information. And the connections between them, they have different strengths, weights. That's how the network learns.
So the more they chatter, the smarter it gets.
Exactly. Adjusting, refining. Now, latent space. That's a good one.
Sounds kind of sci-fi, yeah.
It is. Imagine, like, taking something complicated, a human face, all those details, and boiling it down to just dot numbers. Essence of face, but in code.
Right.
That's kind of what latent space does.
Compressing information.
Exactly.
So it's taking like a whole library and making it one little chip.
Powerful stuff. And generative models, they use that.
Okay.
Tweak things in that compressed space. Suddenly you're making variations, but they still fit the original. Like, sculpture with clay.
Instead of a million data points, it's like the essence of shape, then they get creative.
There you go.
Cool. So we've got the networks, the space, but there's different types of generative AI too, right? GANs were the big one, but the guide mentions others.
Oh, yeah, it's not one-size-fits-all AI.
Yeah.
VAEs, for example, they're interesting. Variational Autoencoders.
Okay, what's their deal?
Think of them like the organizers,
Yeah.
maybe. Really good at understanding structure. Like if you gave it a painting to copy.
It wouldn't just like try to match the colors.
It'd study the brushstrokes, its way it's put together.
Yeah.
Almost like it's trying to get inside the artist's head.
Yeah.
Then it makes something new, but with that same style.
So GANs are like battling to make something real, and VAEs are trying to understand the why behind it.
Kind of. Different approaches. And then you've got GPT, of course. Everyone's talking about that.
Generative pre-trained transformer, right?
Yeah.
What makes it so special? It's just for language, isn't it?
Yeah, but it's like, imagine talking to someone who's read every single book ever.
That's GPT.
That's the idea.
Yeah.
It's trained on a massive amount of text data. Give it a prompt, it can continue the thought, write a story, wild stuff.
So if I said once upon a time, it could write me a whole fairy tale.
Maybe a whole book series, the way it's going. It depends how you fine-tune it, of course, but the potential is huge.
Okay, that's kind of blowing my mind. But all this creative AI stuff the guide mentions, it needs data.
Oh, yeah, data's key. It's like the food that the AI eats.
Right, gotta fuel it up.
But it's not just any data. It's got to be the right data and the right kind. If you train an AI on only pictures of cats,
It's gonna be a cat expert.
it'll know cats. But ask it to draw a dog, probably not happening.
So it's about quality, but also variety, like showing it all different kinds of things.
Exactly. The more diverse the data, the more well-rounded the AI. If you wanted to make realistic trees, got to show it thousands of different trees.
Not just like the same oak tree 100 times.
Even that's useful for certain things, but you want to expand its horizons, you know.
Oh, okay, that makes sense. Now, there's a whole section in the guide about building your own AI artists. There's even code examples, but
Yeah.
Realistically, can someone actually do that, or is that for like supercoders only?
No, no, it's getting way easier. I mean, building the next GPT-3, that's a whole other level.
Yeah.
But experimenting. There's tools and resources, even for beginners.
So you don't need like a degree in computer science to mess around with this stuff.
The barrier to entry is getting lower all the time, which is great. More people should be able to play with this technology, understand it.
Totally. But all this creative potential makes you wonder about the flip side. Are there downsides, risks we should be thinking about?
Oh, absolutely. Can't ignore those. One of the big ones is bias.
What do you mean?
Like, say you train an AI on a data set that's, I don't know, only shows one political viewpoint. That bias can seep into the AI's creations.
It'd be like learning everything from a very opinionated source.
Exactly. So then you've got AI generating stuff that might be factually correct, but pushes a certain agenda. Not ideal.
So it's not just can we do it, but should we do it, and how do we do it responsibly?
100%.
Big responsibility, yeah. But it's not all doom and gloom, right?
Yeah.
The guide mentioned some really cool uses for this stuff, too. Like, remember we were talking about blurry picture?
Oh, yeah. It can do more than just sharpen them.
The guide says it can actually rebuild the missing stuff. Not just guessing, but like intelligently filling in the gaps.
It's pretty wild. Uses the data it knows to reconstruct, like an archaeologist piecing together a broken pot.
So you could take like an old family photo, faded, maybe torn a little, and this tech could make it good as new.
Pretty much. And think about it for like historical stuff. Damaged paintings, artifacts. We could use this to bring the past back to life.
That's incredible. It gives them a voice again, almost. What about music? The guide mentioned generative AI being used there.
It's a whole thing. Imagine a composer, but they've got this AI partner helping them come up with new melodies, harmonies, stuff they'd never imagine on their own.
Or what about an AI that makes you a custom playlist for your day? Analyzes your mood, the weather, whatever.
I mean, we're not far off from that. And think about accessibility. What if AI could do live captions for any video? Make everything understandable for people who can't hear well.
That would be huge. It's
Yeah.
like suddenly the world's a lot more inclusive. Man, the more we talk about this, the more possibilities pop up.
Yeah. It really is just the beginning. This tech is going to keep evolving. We'll see uses we haven't even thought of yet, I guarantee it. Exciting time to be paying attention, that's for sure.
Totally agree. Well, there you have it, your deep dive into generative AI. From the basics to the, whoa, that's crazy stuff. Hopefully you're walking away not just informed, but kind of amazed by what's possible.
It's powerful stuff, no doubt. But like we talked about, with power comes responsibility, right? Got to use it wisely.
Absolutely. If this got your gears turning, definitely check out that guide, Using Generative AI. It goes way deeper, tons of examples, even some hands-on stuff you can try. But for now, got to surface from this deep dive. Until next time, keep exploring, keep questioning, and we'll see you the next one.